We know that complex shapes can be made by combining two or more shapes and by things like punching through a shape or taking away part of a shape. There's a great tool in Illustrator that can help you do that. It's called the Shape Builder tool. So in your left side tool panel, it is located about midway down. You can also press Shift M on your keyboard to quickly open it. But here's what it does, Shape Builder tool. Now, first of all, we need a shape. So I'll just make a quick black rectangle with no stroke. There's my rectangle. Now I will make another shape. Maybe I'll make this one with my pen tool so that it can be more of a free-form shape. Okay, so there's that shape. Now, if I place this shape here, and actually to make this even more obvious in terms of what we're doing here, I'll make this shape green. Now, let's say I want to unite these two shapes. Maybe I have my green shape right about there. Okay, so with the Shape Builder tool, what I have to do is first select both shapes that I want to unite. Then I turn on my Shape Builder tool. And if I click on the black shape and drag, I'm holding my left mouse button down, by the way. So I click on the black shape, hold my left mouse button down, drag into the green shape, and then let go. The two shapes are united into one shape that's the color of the green shape. Now, why is that? Well, it's because the green shape was the last shape that was made, and that means that the color green was my active foreground color. And so the new compound shape took on that color attribute. Well, I mean, it's easy enough to change the color now just by selecting the shape and then choosing a different color. So that's one way to use the Shape Builder tool to combine shapes. But what if I want to, say, punch one shape through another shape? Almost like a cookie cutter approach. Let's start with a square. And then let me make a circle. Remember, to make a circle, I'm going to change the color. To make a circle, you need to hold down your Shift key. Okay, so there's my circle. And let's say I place it right about here. Now, once again, I will select both shapes. I'm just going to click and draw a marquee box over both of them. Now, this time, I'm going to hold my Alt key down. And sorry, I haven't turned my Shape Builder tool on. Oops. Okay, so I have both shapes selected. Turn on my Shape Builder tool. Okay, so now as I toggle over my two shapes, I get that kind of like a mesh texture. But I also have a little plus sign above my cursor, which means that the Shape Builder tool is in add mode. But if I hold my Alt key down, that little plus sign turns into a minus sign. So now if I click on this beige colored circle, it will disappear. It'll essentially punch through the orange square. And so now my orange square is, has a different shape attribute, or it has a different appearance rather, with that hole in it. So that's really neat. Let me show you that one more time. I'm going to undo. Okay, so watch what happens here if I move the circle there. Okay, so now I'm going to select both these shapes. And notice already, I'm going to turn my shape builder tool on, but look, notice already how if I toggle over these shapes, Illustrator is treating them as three shapes. There's the orange square, there's the bottom of the circle, and then there's the top of the circle. That's kind of interesting too, because what I can do now is if I hold my Alt key down once again, and I go to just the top of the circle, and that's the portion of the circle that extends beyond the square, and if I click on that now, just that portion is eliminated. So that's rather interesting, isn't it? And so now I have a shape within a shape, but the circle shape is a little bit more unique. It's like it ends when the square ends. But interestingly enough, look, it's still separate. It's just missing its top. And so I don't necessarily need to combine these two shapes because, I want the appearance. I want them to look like two separate shapes. I don't want the square to be beige and I don't want the partial circle to be orange. So maybe what I might do instead is just select both these shapes and press Control G on my keyboard, or I can go up to Object and Group. And so that now when I move them, the two shapes are grouped together. So it just makes it more convenient to move. So make use of this Shape Builder tool when you are working with shapes, maybe logo development or just with a shape study assignment. And I think you'll find it very useful.